Fantastic. Welcome to the studio. Looks like everything is running great. Let's turn my headphones down a wee bit because there's a lot of energy coming through them. Alrighty, so I'm working on this painting, Underwater Kiss, and you can see the reference photo just underneath myself. I'll just bring it up big size to begin with. It's quite dark in the reference photo, and I'm quite light. There's this beautiful green everywhere, and yeah, so I'm quite light. I don't think I need my other studio light on. I think we're okay with the lighting we've got. So photos can sometimes blow out the contrast, and I am toning it back. So let's go into what I've been working on since you last tuned in, if you have tuned in before. And that was all the folds of the dress getting sorted, how the lights landing, these feet, which took ages, a couple of hours a foot, so that was pretty slow work. I'm quite happy with this one here. A little bit more work to be done on them, and what I need to do now is work on I've got a little work to do on his trousers. A bit lighter. And trying to understand the relationship between her dress and his leg. So I need to try and get that correct today. Just feel a sneeze coming on. Hang on a sec. Let me get my tissues. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. That must have sounded terrible. I am sorry. So her dress is going to come up here. And yes, I am using pastel pencils. Get his knee. That leg's sort of gonna swoop off that way. What's gonna happen? And then your dress. Maybe his knee's actually going to be a bit higher. Let's do it to there. I had wondered about putting some more gouache in, because you get these beautiful blacks with the gouache, but we'll see if we can do it with pastel. Just see what my camera shot is, make sure I'm, see what I'm doing. Yep, that's all showing up well. Ideally, I want to end up with the same sort of same colour. Payne's grey. Would be violet. Violet, extra dark. It's magenta. Here's my reds. Ideally, I want to just have this all blending into a dark sort of mush. So we'll just make that dark as we can. Blend the whole lot together, because what will happen is the viewer's mind, when you're standing back from a at a distance, we'll fill in all the gaps and it will make sense. So sometimes you just have to trust the process. And go, it's all going to work out if I just keep plugging away, it will make sense. So it's been a little bit of a learning curve with the, normally I just paint the whole background in gouache and just do a wash, just to get the tone right on the paper. So if I don't have the right colour paper, and I know some artists will do an underpainting and they'll do an alcohol wash, or some use water, and that's really good if you're doing a freestyle sort of picture. But this portrait's quite tight, and it's got a lot of detail in it, and I didn't want to get confused when by really doing a wash background. Okay, almost there. Let's see if I've got some greys somewhere. Where have I put all my colours? Where are they? I put them away. Oh, I see where I put them. When I reorganise my workspace, put stuff where I don't normally have things, and what we've got here, that's paints. And then whites and blacks, so somewhere under here. I'll have a, there we go, that's what I want. So that's a natural grey. It's quite lovely. So let's just get some of that. Yeah. Are you happy with that? It's got quite a brown tone to it. Not sure that that's what I want. I've sort of stayed on the blues. So I'm using, I have been using blue shades for him because she's in red. And while the photo, the reference photo I'm working from, he's just black. I didn't want to use black. I wanted to use blue. Then that get a merge between his clothes and her clothes. I can see, so like I said, it was a little bit of a learning curve with the gouache. And if you're doing an outline, I'm not sure that I'd do it again. Or I'd do it much more carefully. I think this. Because I can see the gouache poking through. And I may be able to fix that with some pencil work, but effectively you're kind of creating this, you're getting quite a thick layer of pastel. I'm not entirely sure that that's what I'm after. We'll just keep plugging away with him in blues. Hey viewer. And the lovely thing about the pan pastel, of course, is there's not a lot of dust that comes off. So, because I've already done a little bit, his foot, I don't want to, sometimes you're just trying to get the layers right, the sequence, I should say, of what to paint with pastel, so you don't end up with pastel drifting down and spotting your other work. I don't mind so much with this, the blue water, because I actually want some of those colours to drift down. I'm quite happy with this ultramarine I'm using. It's quite lovely. Just have something a bit darker back here. Just want to be okay with blending the dress into his legs. It's okay, because if I've got blue meeting red, then we'll just get that purple anyway, and it'll be okay. And visually I want that to connect this where it's swooped around to her leg. So we can apply the dress and bring it up into his leg as well. It's so totally okay. And down to his leg over here too. And there's always some light spillage. There we go. That's what I wanted. End up getting a purpley shade anyway. Now that needs to be quite dark there. This is going to be a troublesome bit. I can feel it. So we'll put some green in there. Green and purple to get this trouser leg, and I think we're going to end up going with that phthalo green. And that'll work out. So if his top leg is blue, the bottom one can be greenish, although maybe where the shadow is, I want to copy that as well. But the green, because we're underwater, and I want to get those, I want to capture that underwater, otherworldly sense of something going on. But that's okay. I'm happy with that. And for this sort of, I always think it's a bit of a shame that pan pastels get relegated to being the background colour. But when you are covering a big space, it makes perfect sense to use them rather than, even economically. So normal pastels, they're quite expensive these days, even if you don't have tariffs in your country. Actually, the tariffs are real bothersome at the moment. Without getting political, I just saw an article though that because they're quite complicated, 10% here, 25% there. It used to be that art had no tariffs going into the States. If you were doing original art, there were no tariffs. And now I've got to check and see, is that still true? Because I'd been wanting to ship a painting to someone in the States, and DHL, one of the shippers I was planning on using, isn't shipping stuff from businesses to individuals if it's over, I think it was $1,300. And so now I don't know if I can actually ship from New Zealand to the States. Actually having someone to ship it, forget about the tariff. You just put your price up for the tariff. That's, it's like if you're going into a gallery and they want 40% commission, which is the same really as a tariff. They just want their commission. And fair enough, if that's how you want to run your country, I don't have a problem with that. New Zealand used to have tariffs for forever. It used to be really expensive buying anything in New Zealand. Sometimes it still is because we have to pay shipping, and we don't have a big local market, so there's less competition. Anyway, if you're going into an art gallery and the owner wants 30-40% commission, well, you've just got to price your work accordingly. But you want to know you can at least get into the gallery, right? That's the whole thing. You know, if you can't even get into the gallery, then it's a moot point what the commission is. So I don't know if I can get to the States or not. Just have to talk to a person over there and see what the deal is. So this is a sort of a blocking in that I'm doing at the moment. A lot of the water underneath with the shadows, I'll end up even up on top. I'm going to come back and do that with, might get some green in there because it's sort of on the same angle as the other leg. Don't mind a bit of continuation. With that extra dark, let's have a wee look at the picture. Actually, sorry, I might be painting out of scene. I am sorry. Let's go back to here. Right, so that's where we're at, and that's quite good because I can now see where I'm at. Yeah. Okay, so the trousers are starting to come together. They're still quite rough, but we are just blocking in. So that's now very green. So we might just bring that back a bit. Get some blue back in there. That's it. So he is wearing a shirt, and we'll have to make a sort of decision here that probably that shirt, let's use this line here. Probably that shirt comes, there's a sleeve there. That's probably the line of, you know, his belt and what have you. So we'll just keep an eye on that. So in a shirt, I need to, the sleeves have caught the light. I've got to try and understand the relationship of what's happening here, but that's a sleeve coming around here, and that'll be a different colour. We've got lots of light blue. We want here. Some of that over here too. I might do this in pencil though, because it's a bit fiddly with the, I mean, I really enjoy pan pastels, but every tool's, you've got to have a fit for purpose, and sometimes I can't get the fine motor control that I want. With them, so we don't want to be a slave to going, oh, well, I only ever use this medium. After all, in the end, I'm a pastelist, not a pan pastelist. We'll come back over this with actually that's starting to get there with that leg. Not so grumpy with that. That's pretty good. Let's get some lights on that. Too much because he's in the dark, and then underneath there's a bit of light. So today I was booking some accommodation because my wife and I are going off to China next month. Of all places, I never ever thought I'd go there. But it's amazing what a cheap holiday package can help change your mind. Oh, that's great. That's what I'm after. There we go. This is the sort of thing I want to get to. This, I guess they're jeans. Maybe the skinny boy jeans. That's probably what they are. So I'm looking forward to taking lots of photos while in China to I don't know what season it is there. It's probably spring coming into summer. So hopefully some of the trees will still be, blossoms or something. That would be lovely. We go. All right. So where are we at with this picture? Let's give this a clean up. There's still probably about 10 hours, 10 or 12 hours left on this painting, which is quite a lot because I've probably already put 12 or so hours into it. A couple of hours went in on just one foot, maybe 3 even. I thought I was never going to get it done. And this little bit here was that was an hour's work. It's crazy. But I'm working on a very light pastel matte paper, and it was taking so many layers to try and address that, get to the tones I wanted. But I'm very happy with the way the skin here, that foot's come together. So I got their faces. That's got to be at least 3 or 4 hours in that, and the arms. She's got a very interesting ombre going on. I think that's how you say it, with her shirt, which goes from this red to this purple and then into a lovely cream. So I need to discover a colour for that cream. But I'm quite happy with his legs. So now we've got quite a nice blue thing happening against the reds. And And then all across it, I need bubbles. So that's going to be quite a thing to work out as the bubbles. I may get a shaving of pastel, and you use like a little grater, and it just sprinkles down. You can do that for snow, and then you get a bit of glassine paper and a roller and just press it in. So that's an option, because I don't want to just go around with my white charcoal going dot 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 dot. I think that might look a bit mechanical. Anyway, there we go. We'll call that a day for today. Thank you so much to viewer for coming along and watching with me, and for those who are watching on the repeat or the after show match. Really appreciate you tuning in too. Until next time, happy painting.